I've been running for 10 years, way more consistently the last 3 to 4 years, and I have some great tips on how to become a runner. There are a lot of people that ask me, what should I do, or what shoes should I wear, or how do I get started? And I can answer all those questions, but at the end of the day, none of the stuff about nutrition or how to train for a race matters if you aren't running yourself, right? And so the thing is how do you become a runner, and how do you get into that? And there's a lot of different ways to go about this, and depending on your fitness, if you've been fit for a while or are really just getting back into running, it might change. But if you're like brand new to running, here's one of the most important things I can offer to you, and that is do not worry about pace. Do not worry about running the whole time. And that might seem counterintuitive. It's like, well, I should push through a run. Like, why would I walk if I want to become a runner? But here's something that's very valuable that gets left on the table, or people don't like fully understand when they get into running. I didn't get this when I got into running until I did some research on this. And this is zone 2 work, or running based off of heart rate zones. So this is really important because this keeps you healthy, and this helps you create a aerobic base. So there's the two, types of workouts really: anaerobic and aerobic, and aerobics with oxygen and aerobics without. And here's the thing: is when you do aerobic training and you build a base, meaning you run at a lower heart rate, and you'd have to determine what your heart rate zones are. So Google how to find my heart rate zones and figure out what your zone 1, zone 2 running is. When you build that base, you become fitter faster at the same heart rate. So let me propose a question. Which one's better on the body or more efficient? Someone running a 10-minute mile pace at 140 beats per minute, or a 10-minute pace at 160 beats per minute? Well, obviously, if your heart's not working as harder, it's much more efficient, and you're less likely to get exhausted, and you go for a longer period of time. And what happens when you run at lower heart rate zones, this zone 2 type of stuff I'm talking about, you end up getting more efficient as time goes on. So when I started doing stuff like this, I would run until my heart rate would cross over 140 beats per minute, and then I would walk until my heart rate came down, and keep doing that throughout my runs. My miles were like 13, 14-minute miles because I'd have to walk, run. But as time went on, I'm able to run a much faster pace at the same heart rate. So I can run 8, 9, 10-minute miles at 140 beats per minute. So it's less demanding on the body, and you build this base. And so once you build this base, you can stack aerobic and anaerobic training on top of that. So speed work, getting into zone 4, zone 5. And one of the big mistakes runners make in the beginning, just because they don't know, or maybe they're running with people, or they see other people running fast, is they run 8, 7, 9-minute miles, and their heart rate is up in the 160s, 170s. And there's time for that. But if you consider this for the long term and staying healthy and avoiding injury, then it's totally worth the investment of running at a lower heart rate and a slower pace until you gain, you get more efficient as time goes on. And so I guess my thing of offering to people who want to get into running is be okay with walking. And it's okay to run a quarter mile, walk a quarter mile, run a quarter mile, walk a quarter mile. And if you wear a heart rate strap and you figure out what your zones are, just staying in that zone. And some days you'll run 12-minute miles under or in your zone 2, but some days you won't, and you'll have to walk a little bit, and that's okay. And you're just going to be so much more healthier and become more efficient, and it's less demanding on the body. Unfortunately, a lot of people get burnt out, and I think it's because they feel like they have to push every single run, and that's going to increase your risk of injury and just be more demanding. So that's my big tip on people who want to get into running. Pick a weekly goal and then just stay easy. You don't want to burn yourself out. You don't want to get injured. You want to build that base, especially if you want to run the rest of your life. And as you get more efficient and you can run faster paces at the same heart rate, it's just super rewarding, and you feel really fit and feel really good. And this is something I've spent a lot of time on. I might overdo running in zone 2, and that's okay, because I stay healthy, and it sucks when you're injured and not healthy. So this is one of the best ways to do that. If you like running content, tips or tricks, you want to learn more about running, hear stories, motivational things, mental tricks, I post regular content. I'm on a mission to help people run and get fitter faster and avoid injury or work through their injuries, and overall just enjoy the sport of running. So if you like that stuff, consider hitting that subscribe button. I post regularly. If not, that's okay. I appreciate your time either way, and I hope you got some sort of value out of this video today. I look forward to seeing you in the next one or sometime on the trails. Peace!